this edition of ArtScene, classical music travels to an old Nevada mining town.
Bringing us there to play music that's from the turn of the 20th century is kind of important. It's a marriage of those two eras.
Hello, I'm Clarence Gilliam. As an actor and director, if there's one thing I know, it's that every day my fellow artists are working passionately to create, educate, and inspire. Join me on a journey as we go behind the scenes with the nation's most talented artists and revered institutions. This is ArtScene. Retired music professor Stephen Trinkle is bringing period and classical music back to the former mining boom towns of Nevada and Eastern California. Here he gathers the musicians of his group Trinkle Brass Works and heads north of Las Vegas to a restored opera house in the small town of Pioche, Nevada.
My name is Stephen Trinkle. We're going up to Pioche, Nevada to play at Thompson's Opera House. Taking a small orchestra up there. We're going to be playing music that's typical of what would have been played in that space, before 1900 and maybe up to 1930. With the rebuild of this old opera house, Thompson's Opera House, they've used it for meetings and that sort of thing, but they've never really used it for performance space. Then the county there, Lincoln County, put quite a lot of money into rebuilding this historic building. And when you get there and when you see it, you'll be very surprised. Down below, it's still like it was probably in 1910. It has a great history. It's a mining town. And at one time, like many of the places in Nevada, it was very, very prosperous. Some of the veins played out and then the town just kind of disappeared. So bringing us there to play music that's from the turn of the 20th century is kind of important. It's a marriage of those two eras. Some years ago, I taught at Shenandoah University. They were redoing the library. They came upon a bunch of music that they couldn't use, actually. There were about 200 pieces of music, and they were just going to throw it away, and I said, may I have it? So they gave it to me. And this music is all for a small orchestra like what we have here. This is a perfect marriage between these old opera houses and this music. We are in Pioche, Nevada, and we're standing in front of Thompson's Opera House. And I'd like you to meet Leslie Dirkovitz, who is in charge of this opera house. So we're looking forward to a good show tonight. We'll be playing music that is from the late 1800s and the early 20th century, music that would be typically played in an old opera house just like this. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these tunes weren't heard here originally.
Just went through that tiny door. Yeah, it's Sammy size.
The building was actually built in 1873 by a gentleman named Alec Brown. His goal was to build a building where he could bring in entertainment, traveling troops and entertainment and so on. Pioche was really booming. There was a silver strike in the early 1860s. Shortly after that, claims were staked all over the hillside here and so on, and Pioche became an immediate boom town as people came in from everywhere to get in on the action. So this was the business part of the building, and that was the occasional use part up there. Well, let's take a look upstairs and see where the performance tonight is going to take place. Here we are, Thompson's Opera House. The final stages of renovation were completed about 2009. Tonight is the first actual performance in the Opera House, and I'm so excited. Noodles. Shh. You cannot sing. This is raindrops on roses, not raindrops on roses. We're about an hour away from showtime, and behind me is the show choir from Lincoln County High School. They're going to be singing with us. They're going to do a piece as the band played on, and also they're going to sing some from The Sound of Music.
places. I played in Vienna. I played in all over Europe and South America, and in many orchestras in the United States. There is nothing like playing in a place like this. You come to small towns, and it's where it is. It's just wonderful. The number of people that I've talked with from the community here, they're just so delighted that we came here. They're so happy to see this space used, and used in this kind of manner. You know, and you know what it is? It's another 4 hours home, so we'll get home by 1. But you know, this is what we do. We don't have regular hours. All right, well, it was a good show, but a great audience, great place to play. And now we're packed up. We're on our way home. And that road looks pretty empty out there.
For the proven masters and the emerging superstars, for the big city big shots and the small town gems, for everyone who gives the world their creative best. I'm Clarence Gilliard. Thanks very much for watching. For more arts and culture, visit vegaspbs.org/artscene.